don't know why that's popping up. Looks like we're live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Let me just refresh both of those just to confirm what I'm seeing. Live on Facebook, YouTube. It'd be nice if it refreshed automatically when I went to it. Come on. Come on. Okay, I was on the wrong tab. Here we go. Blessing. And then turn on the chat for both. Hi, Linda. So, hello, community. I know it's a little different. I'm doing this thing on a Wednesday night. So I want to do a really incredible design that I was putting all together today. And sometimes when things just kind of go, like you find the right ribbon, you find the right mesh, you find the right embellishments, you find the right florals, and you're like, okay, well, maybe it's just meant to be. So we're making a flocked bunny spring wreath. So you could keep it up all spring. You could also use it for Easter as well. We're not putting any eggs in it. We're not putting any Easter embellishments in it. So it's just florals with a flocked bunny, which I felt really complemented the color palette. So it's going to be a little different. We're using a totally different base. And like I said, I always go live a couple minutes early just to make sure everything's working. Because sometimes it doesn't, and you got to log off and then re-sign on to all the things. But if this is your first time joining, let me welcome you. Let me know where you're from. I'm always interested in knowing where we get new people from. What else? How to find me, what to do, how to save the tutorial. If you are on YouTube, to save a copy of the tutorial, just click the save button. Easy enough. If you want to be notified when I go live, make sure that you've subscribed to the channel or click the subscription bell. I'm trying to think of what else. Facebook side. So to save a copy of the tutorial, you want to click the share button or the arrow. And if you want to turn notifications on, make sure that you've liked the page and that you're also following the page. You have to do both. And the follow button is hidden. It's actually under the three little dots. You open up that menu and then you can select how you want to get notified. Also, if you aren't already a subscriber of mine on YouTube, come on over, because it's very rarely that YouTube ever goes down. And Facebook always has tons of issues. Plus, you can watch it on your TV. And that's what a lot of people like to do. So, hi, Pam. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Allison. She says, I pray that you and your family are doing good. We are. My husband just now got home from his business trip, so I'm always happy when that happens. So he got home a little bit early. Let me go ahead and put my website address in here for you guys. I haven't put this wreath up for sale because, in all honesty, I don't know how much stuff's going into it and what I'm going to be using. So I literally pulled everything out and have it like spread out here in my basket. So we're going to go ahead and put all that together. So I am going to pivot you down so we can go ahead and get started. I don't know how long this one's going to take. It may take a little bit longer than normal because we're going to do so much more. So we are doing different wreath base, right? We're going to be doing a white evergreen. This is a 24-inch. And so we're going to use this just like we would a 24-inch, a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. We're just, as you can tell, the wired base is covered. We're going to come in and we're going to add in 3 different colors of deco mesh. We're adding in a white. It's like an iridescence, like a rainbow color. We're also adding in a jute natural with the white in here. And then we're also coming in, trying to not knock them over, a wide foil pink. So pink, white, and beige is going to be the whole deco mesh base. I haven't figured out how many of these we're going to need, so what I did do is, for safety's sake, I cut 6 of each, and they're 25 inches, and we're going to do a cruffle. So it's going to be like, we're just going to curl up the ends to help with the phrase, and then we're going to spread these out all over. Now, this wreath form does have 2 different rails. It has an upper and it has a lower, so it is an elevated frame. But I just thought that this would make for a really great wreath base. So we're going to start doing that. All the deco mesh is from Craft Outlet. So what I like to do is use a chip clip just to get this going. I have cut all of my regular deco mesh with the wood burning tool. I had to rotary cut the jute because it won't, I'm trying to think, it won't cut with the wood burning tool. It just likes to sit there and burn. So I'm going to start by like a 1-inch fold right here, right? And then I'm just going to curl it 3 times. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Start with 1 inch. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then from here, I'm just going to pull that ruffle towards me. Just like this. So we have our cut edges contained. And we're just going to start in a random spots. So we're going to start here. And I'm going to use the twist ties that are on here to hold all my deco mesh in. So we're going to alternate the colors. Same thing. Pop that out. 1. There's 1, 2. I think I'm doing 3. So we'll try this. So here's the official 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to pull it towards. This is all 10-inch deco mesh. And then I'm just going to kind of space these out and kind of look where I want to drop them in. So I'm going to come in here with this one. There's some people who don't really measure. They just kind of place everything inside. Maybe I'll get to that point someday, but I feel like I have to have a measured way of doing it. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to clip it. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Letitia from San Antonio, Texas. Hi, Nancy. I have not seen you for a long time. Welcome back. Hi, Heidi. Welcome. So there's 1. Okay, there's officially 1, 2, 3. And we're going to pull. So this is one of those wreaths that I would call like the kitchen sink, which means it's literally going to have everything in it. So it's going to have florals. It's going to have deco mesh. It'll have a bow. It'll have embellishments. And then it's not going to have a sign though. That's the only thing that is going to separate that. Oop, I did drop 1 piece. That's okay. So here's 1. There's 1, 2, 3. Chip clip that. Hi, Joan. Welcome. Cheryl says, I'm loving the colors for baby shower. Yeah, definitely it could be, right? It could totally be a gender reveal one, too, by the time I'm done. 1, 2. And then I'm going to pull this forward. And so you missed the notification, Cheryl, about Bible study today, that we were moving it. And that's my whole thing. I love Wednesdays. It puts a nice little division into my day or into the week for me to kind of give me a break in between, but we'll see how it goes. So here's 1, 2, 3. I kind of go a little extra there. 1, 2, 3. Gather. Pull that out. And as you can see, I'm just kind of going around the top. And let's see, I think I want this one to go here. I'm going to take this one and just plop it And then I'll grab this. And this will be the last one on the top. And then I'll start moving them down to the bottom. So there's 1, 2, 3. Go a little bit over. I think this was like my beginner piece, so it's kind of cut a little weird. So there's 1, 2, 3. Pull. And we don't even have to be precise. I just thought, you know what? We haven't done an evergreen. And so I was like, do I want to do green and try to cover everything? Or I'm like, do I want to just do, that's weird. It's got a little bit of that piece had a little bit of discoloration in it, so I didn't want to see that. Okay, now we're going to move to the outside. Hard to believe, right? And so where I have these, I'm going to go, okay, this is going to be white. So I'm trying to keep the colors slightly mixed up. So there's 1, 2, 3. Always go 4. And then we'll do the same on the other side. There's 1, 2. Okay, so this one is now going to go right in here, down to the bottom. I'm just looking for really 2 good pieces to sandwich that in with. So there's that. It's going to be a very full wreath. Okay, as I'm going around, I'm now here, and we're going to go in between. And I have to be very cautious because we could go, okay, this would be pink, and this would be beige, and this would be white. And then I'm only using 6 pieces. So it's going to kind of, at some point, run together. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how it all works out in the end. The deco mesh is just to add color to that white base. 1, 2. Okay, and I'm going to take this one and I'll place this one right in here. And I like the twist ties here because it gives me a good, I have lots of twist ties. I am not lacking for twist ties here at all, but it will probably be finished size somewhere between 26 and 28 inches. So it's going to take up a lot on our door. So for someone who's looking for something a little bit larger than what I normally do, this will be that showstopper for your door. So 1, 2, 3. Pull that forward. Hi Tracy, welcome. You have some days that are social media free. I've been trying to do that a lot more lately. I think you and I have talked about that, kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus from all the social media stuff because it can kind of feel overwhelming. Okay, so technically here I should be going white, which I'm going to go white. Let's see, white, beige. Hey you. So I'm gonna do it here. It's really cold out here, so I'm okay if you're inside.
I'm actually hot, so.
Are you? Okay. It is in here because I have both heaters facing me, but when I'm in here by myself, it's definitely jacket. So now we're gonna put this one in, right in here. Okay, and we'll add our pink. Taking these, laying them down. Look how full that is. I definitely felt that these were very spring colors. You don't have to stay. I'm totally fine.
No, I was going to put your bike wheel wreath on the back so you could put
Oh, you can do that. It's been so cold today. It's like calling for snow tonight. We'll see. I'm like, it hasn't snowed yet.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get out of
I don't blame you. Actually, I'm going to move this piece over. I'm going to put this piece in here just to kind of break that in, but I'm going to do the beige. I knew he'd go back inside. It's too cold out here, guys. I have it at 60 right now, which is perfect weather temperature for my shop. But man, the minute I go outside, oh, it is cold. I felt so bad for all our wildlife. It's like I want to go out there and give them all extra stuff. Give them, you know, the deer are here for the second time today, and I'm like, oh, you guys must be sensing that winter's coming for winter 2.0. So everybody is fed and happy. Jen says it's still 40s here in Maryland, still snow on the ground. Oh, we have not gotten any snow. And normally we have snow on the ground. Hi, Gloria. Welcome. You had to move to YouTube because Facebook gets stuck. I noticed that. I prefer YouTube. Okay. So I'm just going around and making sure. I'm just always looking for, okay, where can I twist these to give good coverage? Okay, so that's good. We're definitely going to pull our beige in here. And we're coming back around. And I'm like, I have this piece that goes in, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces. I'm going to try to use these up just to get them all in there nice and pretty. Lots and lots of fullness. So the pieces are cut to 25 inches. Okay. Sometimes we just have to fight them because where I'm putting them in, I might have like one at the top, one at the bottom that I'm leaning on for where I'm going to place those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to get 4 in here. Remember, it's only a guesstimate. I just guessed. Like, I'm like, oh, let's cut, what is that? We'll cut 18 pieces. So we're going to see, will 18 be the magic number? Okay, where do you guys want to go? I feel like you want to go in here. And where? Here's our pipe cleaner. Okay, white. I've got one of each color. A very narrow margin here. So, I'm going to add the beige in here to kind of finish the color that's going on right there. And then I'll see if we want to put any more anywhere else. Okay, this is going in right in here. Oh, that looks so pretty. And I'm like, I have 2 pieces left, and I'm pulling I call these like noodle doodles. Let's see. There feels like there's something right here. So I'm going to move this one over. Trying to make it as full as I possibly can. So I'm just moving a piece over to take out the gap. And then I will add another pink in here. And I think, oh look, I have one piece of white left that is pre-cut. I'm like, could I squeeze another white in somewhere? Probably. Okay, so now we're going to put this one right in here. Okay, so nice and full. And I like these to somewhat work their way in. I'm just looking to see what I add. Okay, I'm going to move this one over just a little because there's a section right here, and then I can squeeze in my last piece, and that will be perfect. Okay. You know, it's all about making sure, if I'm putting them all in there, I want to make sure that it's full enough. Do you guys think it's full enough? Okay, one, two. There's that one. Oh, you got early spring? I have a feeling winter will come back around again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Where did I move you? Right here. Okay, perfect. This worked out amazing. Okay. Let me find a piece on the bottom. Okay, so there we are. Measurements. Deco mesh end to deco mesh end is roughly about 26 inches in diameter. It's very full. This one's going to go in a much larger box. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our bunny in first. So, matter of fact, I have this section right here where I probably could have put another piece of deco mesh, but I wanted to keep it even. So we're going to put our bunny in first. So we're taking mint green. So we're going to do mint green, but we're going to jazz him up a little bit before we add him. I think green signifies a him for some reason. So let's go ahead and prep him, but it's going to turn into her in a minute, and you'll understand why. So I'm going to remove his bow. And these were the Walmart infamous blocked bunnies. Oops. He's going to have his bow on anyway, because they glued his bow on instead of just adding his bow. So we are going to give him a pretty rose-colored bow. So we're going to dovetail the end, which is just bringing the wired edges together, cutting from the fold to the wired point. Okay. And I'm looking at how far down. I don't want him to come down too far. Let's see. That's about 5 inches, so that's good. So we're going to do 5 inches. I'm going to bring that in. I'm just going to do a little hand-tied bow here with super cute. And then we're going to add this on to a bigger ribbon. But I'm just hand tying it, making sure everything is like the right length, just like that. We're going to use a pipe cleaner for now, just to kind of hold my bow together, because I want it to go all the way around his neck. Not that you're going to be able to see that from the other side, just like that. Super cute little bow. We're going to add some twine to the center. So let's go ahead and measure around his neck. We're going to just do it in half like that, so it'll be a much smaller bow. Right about there. And we're going to cut that off. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue that on, and we're going to glue that right over the top, right there. So I'm just going to add a little dab of glue there. We're going to go ahead and pull that right over the top. While that's drying, where's my little straight pin? Because he's just a styrofoam rabbit, so I'm just going to use that there till it sets up, because then we'll add a super cute bow like this, just slightly off center. Okay, so we've done that. To hide our pipe cleaner in the center, to keep him rustic, because we've added that rustic touch in there, we're going to just kind of tie this right in here. Okay, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap and wrap, and then here we're going to wrap, whoop, and wrap. So we have a nice little jute way of hiding our pipe cleaner. So I'm going to come in the back. We will go ahead and tie that nice and tight. Okay, and I'm going to remove my pipe cleaner now. Right there. And that's going to be where we glue this onto our rabbit. So I'm thinking just slightly off center here. So let's go ahead and remove our pin. We're going to place that slightly off center. So right in here. And I'm going to tuck that in. Just like that. So she. Now it's a she. Super simple. To add a little bit of the rustic element to that. Now we're going to, and I should have done this. Sometimes the girl just needs to write out all the steps. I wanted to, because I hate gluing. You guys know me. I'm not a fan of gluing anything into a wreath at all. I'm just not. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go right underneath my rabbit. I'm going to make sure that we have enough. So it's going to slide right underneath that ribbon. So we're not going to see that. There we go. Just like so. Nice and pretty. Okay. Because I want to make sure it's not going to ever come off unless the client takes it off on their own. So let's bring this back over. We don't need these anymore. And we're going to put that right here where we have that big empty space. So I'm just going to, I want his feet to go into the wreath, and I want his head to rest on the top, just like that. So bunny butt is going to stay in. So let's go ahead and reinforce his bottom, now that I'm thinking about that. Because I want an anchor point for him. So let's create an anchor point, because he's just a styrofoam rabbit. Okay. Let me grab some floral pins. Get a couple of them. Okay. So I am going to, on his bottom, down here, we're going to add, let's see if we can get that floral pin. Doesn't want to go all the way in because I don't know what it's made of. You know what it's made out of? Okay, so let's go in at a slight angle. There's like something right in the center of that darn rabbit. There we go. There's one in. I'm going to just cut these down. And I do them at an angle so it gives them a point. And then I'm going to walk the other one down. Okay. So we have added floral pins to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little bit of glue on the bottom because that's going to be under our rabbit so that we can actually cinch him down and secure him so there's no wobble. I'm probably making him like way overdoing it, but I just want to make sure that he's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to take and secure this. Remember how we have the top rail and the bottom rail? I'm going to take and feed this through the bottom rail. Okay. I wanted to make sure. I was like, why does it feel so loose? I'm like, did I miss? No, I got it right on there. Okay, so that is sitting there. Now we're going to take that wire in the back. Again, going right to that top rail. We're going to cinch him in nice and tight. So that rabbit ain't going nowhere. He is stuck. The hurricane might take your wreath off the door, but the bunny ain't coming out. So I'm going to give him some extra twists and secure him in. And now she looks super cute. She's all ready to go. We're going to make the bow next. And the bow is going to sit right here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. Do you guys have any questions so far? Cheryl says, looks full to me. You have room to add lots of pretties. And we are. Oh, are we ever? Okay. So let's go ahead and make our bow. So let me, so this is what I'm doing to the back. So you can see, I'm just securing this right to, I did it here and I did it here. I never show you guys the back. There's that. I am now taking this and I'm going to take and twist that back to the inside of the wreath. So the bunny's all ready. Let's make his bow. You guys ready to see this? Oh, all the colors just came together. So we are adding that pink. So we're going to be doing the rose on the white. And this is from 5th Street Studios. I believe Craft Outlets carries it now. But if not, it's 5th Street Studios on Etsy. We're coming in with the mint and white cabana ribbon. This is from Craft Outlet. Then we're going to bring in our polka dot. If you saw the bow tutorial yesterday, we're going to be introducing this. This is from Sam's, 1.5 inches. And then we're going to also bring some pink, just plain pink into it. Also from Sam's, we're going to add this mint green. It's got a little swirl pattern on it. So that's going to go in there. And then we have roses. It's like rose print on like tan. And that is also from Craft Outlet. So those are the colors of the bow that we're going to make. So we're going to start with the pink. So we're going to dovetail the ends, which is wired edges together. We're going to cut from the folded side to the wired point. I'm using my Bodabra. We're doing a 10-inch tail. And we're going to twist. And then we're going to lay that right on the inside. It's got a tension spring in there, so it keeps it nice and tight. Now I want 5.5-inch loops. So I'm going to take my Bodabra with this line, and I'm going to line it up on my 10-inch so that when I stretch this out, I can make sure we're at 5.5 inches. Do the same on the other side. Just verify my length. I'm at 5. I need a little bit more. Okay, hold on. There's that. 5.5. And now we're going back out 20 inches or 10 inches here. Dovetail that end again. And that's the first one. Okay. Yes, Leanne, this wreath will be available for sale. I just haven't figured out how much is going in it and how much would it have cost me to make it. So I don't know yet because it's like I kind of have an idea in my mind, but I don't know. Sometimes I bring a ton of stuff out here and I only use half of it. So I'd rather wait. What a waste. That is such... I hate when they do that. Some ribbon companies will crease and some ribbon companies won't. So I'm just going to cut that off because I don't like the way that looks. Let's just hope that's the only flaw in this whole ribbon row. So it will be available on my website. So at KatsCreationsNMore.com. So if you give me about an hour after I'm finished with the live, because I got to get all the pictures first, even if it sells. And normally, like I said, I do a placeholder beforehand, but this one, like I said, it's the kitchen sink. It's going to have a rabbit. It's going to have florals. It's going to have greenery. It's going to have a couple bows, believe it or not. So this one's tail is 9.5 inches. And the loop size on this, we want to stop at 5. Okay, so we've done the first one. Ribbon was at 10 with 5.5 inches. And then this one, we're stopping at 5. Okay, there's that. And then back out to 9.5. Okay, there's that. So this is all, this is a new spring ribbon, this Mint Cabana, which I'm in love with. I need to get more of it. Because I'm loving all the cabanas. Okay. So, I think we're going to see, I think we're seeing that one again, that cabana, in one of our loops. So now I'm doing the polka dots. So, we're going to dovetail the end. And there's a reason why I was going to put an egg in it. And I'm like, no, because the minute you put an egg in it, then it says Easter. Although it could technically still say spring. But I didn't want to put an egg in this one for that reason. I wanted it to be spring. So now this is going to be 4.5 inches for our loop length and 9 inches for our tail length. Cheryl, the base I got from Where did I get that? Hobby Lobby at Christmas time. Because I wanted a white evergreen base. So very few of those came out. So I grabbed 2 of them when they did surface. So that's how I got that one. The other, I have 1 more. But you could do that with green because we're going to be using a lot of sagey color green. Like we're going to do some boxwood and some meadow flowers. The florals are just drop dead gorgeous. I've had these for a while, but no plan to put them to use. So this one is going to be 8.5 inches for our tail. And we're going to do another 4.5. So because I've done the same with the brown polka dot, I can just put my fingers in both and then pull. And then do the same this way. Just kind of gauge it and then pull. But I do need to confirm my length here at 8.5. And then dovetail. Okay. So now that one's in. And see, this gives me the opportunity to fix little pinches in the ribbon before I even start to fluff it. Okay, that one I'm going to put a different pin in. So now we're going to take that swirl pattern ribbon and there's our dovetail. This one's going to be 8 inches long with a 4-inch loop. Oops. So I'm always lining it up, always checking my length. This way when I go to fluff those, they're the exact same size on both sides. And a little bit longer. And right out to 8. And then we have our rose. Okay. Because we're going to be adding pink roses. I think it's roses and daisies and mums. I was looking for pink tulips, but believe it or not, I don't have any pink tulips. So this last one is 7.5 inches. Leanne, you'll be able to purchase it on my website when I'm done. So now we're going to be doing 3.5 inches. So I'm just double checking. And the last one, so it's going to be at KatsCreationsNMore.com is the name of my website, because I don't list it on Etsy for the first 24 hours. So here is 7.5, and then we're going to fluff it. And this is going to be it's a downward facing bow, but we might do something a little different. Let's see how it looks on the actual wreath. So we're going to grab our pipe cleaner. Going to lift all this up. Just adjust my grip. Going to place that right in the center, and I'm going to tightly just cross my pipe cleaner so that I can hold it, and then just twist that. And then that will do that. And I know I said we're going to do other bows, but they're going to be a simple like half bow. Okay. Let me grab our fluff board. Got all these little pieces. Okay. So 24 by 24 by 1 inch thick piece of plywood. It's just my fluff board. This is a 1.5 to 2 inch C-hook. I'm just going to loop my pipe cleaner right in when it wants to go in. There we go. And so what I want to do is pull all my tails down. So just pull all the tails down. There's that one. Those. Grab those. Grab those. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to lift the top two. Just like this. And here we're going to do it crisscross, because it creates a nice visual interest. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to bring the dots up with the pale pink in the center. But on here, we're going to bring the pale pink up and keep the polka dots in the center. And then on the bottom, we'll bring our pink up on this side. And we'll leave our cabana stay at the bottom. Just give them a really good fluff, like really put your fingers all the way inside. Bring that one up. Just like that. And then, there we go. Just reformat that any way you want. Pull this one down a bit. This one up. And then we're gonna fluff those tails just by running them through your fingers. So that is our simple bow. And this is gonna sit at the very bottom of our bunny. It's gonna kind of create a base for him. Okay. So let's go ahead and install this. And I'm gonna place this way over there. Let's bring this back over. Okay. Now this is going to go right underneath our rabbit. Right about there. So I've got to, I'm hoping, I really don't want to extend my pipe cleaner, but I think I'm going to have to. So let me make an extension, because I need to bring it in to the bottom a bit. So we're just going to extend this, because the reach for where I want the bow to sit and where it needs to be secured, there's a deficit. So I don't want to pull it so tight that it goes, it collapses my bow, because we just spent all that time and effort fluffing it. Okay, I'm trying to get my pipe cleaner down and through, and I want it sitting flush right there. It like would have been just barely there. So that is where our bow is sitting. What do you guys think of the bow and where that lays? So pretty. I'm going to try to switch those. So just right at the base of his feet. Okay, so let me spin that around. That's the way he's looking thus far. Okay, let's add the other two bows. So we're going to do one here, and we're going to do one right here. We are going to use our 2.5 inch ribbon. So we're going to take our cabana ribbon, and I don't know how big we're making them. So the first thing I'm going to do is dovetail cut this one, just so we have a nice dovetail end on it. I'm going to bring this over here, and this is going to kind of sit, let's see, I'm going to kind of look at this and see, do I want it to kind of, I'm doing a very large half bow, and I'll tell you the measurement once I decide where I'm going to place that. Probably right in here with 2 tails. So I want to make sure they're both the same length. And I'll tell you how large I cut that. This is, we're going to make it 28. It's like 28 and a weird cut on the end. So this is going to be a large half bow. Okay. So we're going to go up. I am 28, 28's 14. So that's where the center needs to be. I'm going to go in at 12. This painted on ribbon is so stiff that by the time I get it where I want it, it has a weird pucker in it. I still am coming up short. Okay, so this one is going to go, I'm trying to find my, where I want to secure that. So I think I'm gonna go right in here because I have a twist tie here and one on the other side. So let's make that big. And then this is going to, I'm gonna fan out in opposite directions like so. And then we're gonna take our polka dot and we're gonna do the same thing, half bow. I'm gonna lay that right in here for a nice corresponding pop of color. Gotta get all the ribbons in before I do all the others. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one at 28 too, so that it's 1.5 inches, so it'll be roughly the same size. I might, let me look at that. Oh yeah, that's going to look so cute. Okay. So I'm going to come in using the exact same twist ties that I had because I want it to go right underneath. So just like this, half bow and half bow. I'm going to push my tinsel ties down because I don't want them in the way. And then I'm going to fan these out so that I'm going to bring this one in just a little bit. Probably taking 1/2 inch off, maybe 1 inch. I'm just going to the next set of polka dots. So just like that, and just like this. Nice, super cute little bow. Something different, because you guys are like, you always do the same thing. So I'm like, oh, we're really going to mix it up today. So on the opposite side, we're going to add our pink ribbon right in here. So I'm getting my space factored out. And we're going to do the same thing. We know it's 28 inches long. So I'm just going to cut my 28 inches. I'm going to do a double dovetail at the same time. So I'm just doubling up, always folded side, wired point, got them done both at the same time. I'm going to make sure that they're both even at the bottom. And then I'm just going to come up. I don't know why I forgot to do that part, because it just makes it so much easier. So this is going to come in here. And we're going to do a little twist there. Okay, we're going to bring that in. And then we're going to twist these outwards. So just like so. There's that one. And I'm just going to maneuver that through all those little noodle pieces. I call these noodles. I don't know why. And then let's add our mint green to this. So same thing. Measure 28. Just so that we can have those nice corresponding colors. Oh, thanks, Brenda. Thank you, Kathy. You guys are like, this is so cute. Wait till we add all the florals. Okay, same thing. We're coming up at the top. We're going to tuck this one down underneath. Give it a little twist. Open that up. And open that up. This is the one where I have to just slightly trim my little tail pieces. I always prefer to wait until I get it on the wreath so that I can see, okay, eyeball, this is where it has to get cut. So now we have those in here. So just nice little bow accents, not a full bow, not a double bow or a triple bow, because then it's like, it's serious overkill. But now we get to add all our fun floral pieces. So you guys ready for the florals? It's going to be so much fun. Okay. So much fun until you like put it all together and you're like, okay, that was not fun. That was a lot. But I think we're going to come in. Let me find a decent pin here for this. We're going to come in with, I think we're going to do the longest pieces. It's kind of where I'm thinking we need to go. So let me put all the ribbon over here. So get that out of the way. I always keep it out just in case we want to add more. Okay, you guys ready? This is gonna look so cute. All right, longest pieces. Kat, what do you have cooked up? Remember this fun stuff? Yeah, we're gonna add a ton of this. So we're gonna use what I have on hand. This is from Hobby Lobby, you guys. Don't discredit our local vendors. I don't even know what this is called. I just call this meadow flower spray. So let's get rid of the tag. And we're going to break these down. So there's one. Here's another one. And I think we just have one here. This is going to take our bigger bite. A bigger bite. Just to get that one done. Yeah, because we don't have to. Nope. They just made it a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so I want these downward facing. Downward facing. Take this one off because he happened to meet my glue pot. So we are going to, I'm going to look at where I want to bring these in at. But I'm thinking like that. That one's for one. And so I'm working these temporarily between the second and first rail. Love the way that looks. And then we're going to do the same a little higher up. So they do have the ability to bend slightly. So I want to bring some up to get them to filter down. So if this gets shipped, these are all going to be positioned up so that you can just let them fall when, otherwise the box would be like super huge. Okay, let's do that one in there. Oh, this one. Ugh. I want this one to angle down. It's that noodle. There we go. So this one's going to kind of spray down. Okay, and then we need another one of those. So we're going to do this one way over here on this side, kind of like that. I'm loving it. So the way I can see it is you guys are only seeing like a portion of it. So I am going to get these all secured in there. So I'm using my glue skillet. And you guys know about deco mesh and florals. They're like besties in the whole wide world. They really stick. So I'm just sliding them in, going right up underneath. Oh, it looks so pretty, you guys. And this one's going to go slightly up. So I'm going to take some of that off so that we can readjust. It's going to look pretty once I show it to you on the door. Okay. There's that. And we're going to do the same thing here. Let's get rid of these. Don't need those any longer. I had just reformatted my glue for this. I feel like this one's a little sparse, so I'm going to add a little bit to it. But I don't want to go too crazy. Like, let's just give it a couple extra pieces, just to kind of thicken it up a bit, so that we have the same amount of spray happening. Okay, there's that for now. Okay, what are we gonna do? I might end up putting some of these. How many of these do I have left? Enough. Let me look. I would love to be able to put this on the door and show you guys. So I'm going to put a couple of those under that. There we go. Same thing. Spread it out. Let me move these so that I can move this all the way over. So this is going to go right underneath our big bow. So I'm going to spread that out, making sure we've got equal amounts. There we go. Equal there, equal here. We need to glue the other side. Look how pretty. Big sprays. Okay. Let's get this one under our other ribbon combos. Let's get that spraying where it needs to spray. There we go. Let's get that in the center. feeling like it needs to just be right there in the center. Look how pretty. It's got movement. Okay. Well, let's add in some simple roses. I may or may not use the greenery on these. Let me just break these apart. These are from Michael's. There's that one. Let's see how many there are. I think there's 6 stems. There we go. Okay, we want to bring these in a little bit closer. So I'm looking at predominantly where. Like I want to do a couple. So I don't think I need them that long. So I'm going to kind of do that one right where it was. So we're going to commit to that. Just because it's got, there's no pink anywhere around that. So I'm going to do one there. And one right there. 2 different colors. 2 different textures. Right there. Let's bring these ones up. We're going to put one. Don't like that one. It looks like the center's missing. So I'm going to kind of tuck that one in here. There's that one. Let me spin it around. That's the one that's like the inside's missing. Okay. Gonna pull that in there. I'm just adding them where we don't currently have any pink, just so that they stand out a little bit. And we'll be fluffing a whole lot more. There's those. Okay, for the lower half, because we have a lot of pink going on here, I'm going to introduce some white. And I know you might be saying, well, what are you going to put there, Kat? That's white. Mums. So we're going to come in with some mums right in here. Just like that. That one I'm going to throw away because it's missing most of the inners. Let's see. Thank you, Steve. He's like fielding my questions now. Okay. Let's put this one right down. Should I put this one up here? Let me look. Let's get this one up. Oop. I'm like, let me see where he needs to go first. Yes, I'm going to take that. First of all, I'm going to take and push the twist tie down so that I don't have to deal with seeing that twist tie in there. And I'm going to add that. And then reopen our bows again. Okay. Don't want that there. Let's see. Let's try this one. Right over in here. Just so we have our little trio right there. Oh, this looks so pretty. All right. We're still elevating. Do we have need? I want to add another one of our mums, and I'm thinking I like it right there. Yes. So that's going to go in right alongside our pretty bow. So we have that. Okay, let us come in with some more floral sprays. Let's see if we can break these down a little. So I have this one. So I'm kind of, oops, trying to get that up underneath there. So we have that a little bit. I only have 3, so I got to make these work really good. There's that one. And we can split these too. There's that one. That one. These floral sprays are from Craft Outlet. So I am going to be just adding these right in to that. Because remember, we don't have any ribbons to the outside. We just have some deco mesh pieces for a pop of color. And that's all they're there for. Just a pop of color. Let's reconfigure that a bit. And let's get this under the inside. Okay, so there's our pink sprays. I think I'm making this wreath way too big. Like, way too big. We'll see. We'll see how far it is by the time we finish. Okay, I'm going to come in and add in some boxwood pieces. So I have these. So we're just going to be adding some greenery in there. I'm going to take that little end off, just so we have a connection point to the next. Oops. This one's going to be, I'm going to grab this one. We're going to come in here with this. I'm going to take my tinsel and kind of push it underneath. And we'll take our boxwood and bring that up. We're going to move it into here. Right in there. We've got a lot of these little pieces, so I've been saving these. I actually have a whole handful of them, and I'm like, you know, I'd really like to be able to use those. Use them up. Okay, this one, I'm going to just move this around. So now you guys are going to see it, the way it's all kind of coming together. Okay, this one's going to go in right here because we're connecting the two. We're bringing those two together. We're going to also bring some up to the top. So I'm lucky this one actually has 2 boxwoods picks on the same one, and I got these from Amazon. So when this goes to replay and I can go in and edit these, I will put the link for these in there. Okay. And if you get glue on your ribbon, wait for it to dry, and then you just peel it right off. So we're going to bring this one in, I think right here. Yep. Okay. This one, let's see, I'm just matching. So I've got here, here, here. I think I'm okay there. Don't got them down there. Got that there. Okay, let's add in I have some rosebuds, but I think I like the other ones from Michael's. I think I'm going to use those. So let's add in a couple more of these. Let's do 3. Because I'm going to pull these to the outside edges. Ooh. So right in here with this boxwood. Let's just make a really pretty cluster here with 2. And then I already have one here, so I'm going to add my 3rd, or my 2nd here. Just like that. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to add in any berries? Let's see. Let me look at these. They're visually interesting. So I'm trying to get rid of most of the greenery on them, just to kind of add these in. I like the way they look. So I'm going to kind of tuck some of these in. So like this one is kind of going in here. So they're just little, I don't know what you want to call them. Just beaded berries. Let's see. Let's cut that one down a bit. Kind of placing these 2 together. And then I'm going to place one by our boxwood. Like right in between. There we go. We're blending. We're blending. We're blending. Let's do that. So here's my little boxwood pieces. I'm going to tuck these in around the little roses that we have scattered about. Just like that. Just so we can make them look like they're not just flowers stuck in there. Even though that's what they are. There's that. Okay. There's that. And now that just peeled perfectly off of there. Okay, look how pretty she is. We need to add some more of our boxwood in here. There's one. There's another. Okay, I have one. Okay. Okay. I'm just cloaking my rabbit right now, removing all, like, any place that I can see the tinsel ties popping up, I'm taking and just adding some floral, some berries, some greenery. And I'm trying not to do it too close to him, face-wise, because I don't want him to blend in with everything else that we're doing. And I think I'll put a nice little pink berry set in here. There we go. Let's get one of those handy. Okay, let's lose some of the avocado green. Not a fan of that. It's not my color palette today. There's that. So I'm just sitting here stripping the light colored avocado leaves off. And just adding some berries just for dimension. And we'll do it up here too. Just like that. What do you guys think so far? Cheryl's like, she's gorgeous. She says, I want to make this design with a birdhouse. Okay, you could totally do that, Cheryl. You can most definitely do that. So I'm just going through and adding those berries. This is that detail work where you're like just coming in and you're like, well, how's that going to make any bit of difference? It does. All the little things. Tie it all together. And we'll introduce some white up here where there's all this pink too. And we'll pull in some baby's breath. Let me go ahead and just get these. So pretty. Okay, and now I'm gonna go around down here on the bottom, and we're gonna add some of our berries down here. That one, that one, that one. I'm just throwing them as I'm sorting them out of my container. Let's add one in here. Oop. Wanted it right in there. Okay. Cheryl's asking about Steve's knees. He doesn't like to talk about that. He's in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Ugh. She's looking gorgeous. I'm just bringing some of these down to the bottom. All the berries, because I've added them all up at the top, and I have not added any down here to the bottom. So that's what I'm doing now. Just stripping back the avocado green, dipping these in, placing these right on. Oop, I totally forgot to add that. It didn't even go in. I just wanted to grab it, and I was like, it just came right out, which tells me I never glued it. I put it there, but I never actually glued it. Okay. I want you to just lay right there. Okay. I'm almost done with this side. Just a couple more berries, just different colors. I have like a pale pink, and then I have like a bubblegum pink almost. So I'm just trying to get them in different stages. If I didn't have to strip them from their avocado color, they would go in much quicker. Oh, she's looking gorgeous, guys. I'm like, box-wise, did I make a wreath big enough? Like I said, the nice thing is because the sprays on the ends, those can get picked up and just like lifted so they fit in the box. Because they're not wired down here. They're all just like hanging. Okay, moving that one up. Let me get these. I have all this. When I moved it, I saw my glue threads all go. There we go. Just recycle you all back in. Back inside. I'm trying really hard to not drag things across the top. Let's move that in. So I'm just working these in over here. Just like that. Here's all that avocado colored stuff. There's a couple more. This is what I'm doing. I'm just pulling these all apart because they all came in one big pick, but you guys know me. I kind of like to just fabricate my own. And this is a softer pink. So that's going to go in here. So there's like a lighter pink and a darker pink. And so I'm just stripping these down. And then cutting the bottoms. And then looking for where I want to place them. So I'm going to push that down. Push my tinsel tie down. So I can have that kind of fall up at the top. Just a couple more. And then we're all set. Okay. 2 more. 2 more. There's that. Let's push that down, and I'm going to add a piece of boxwood just right there. Let's lean that from the rose in. One more there. The inside. Okay. Gotta just put this piece in. You guys ready to see what it looks like on the door? It's gonna be massive. Okay, I'm gonna pivot you up. This is your standard size door. Apologies for the sound. Let me move those pieces out of the way. It's massive. Look how massive This wreath is massive. It's bigger than me. Okay, so let's put it up, making sure. I'm going to do this really quick. Pull. These are all the things that just catch as I'm spinning it around. It just grabs on to my glue threads. So I've got all of our ribbons, all of our bows. Let's refluff Mr. Bunny here. And when you're taking photos of them and they're on the door, normally we want them to kind of cascade under, you know, like, hold on, I'm going to move him. Trying to get him situated to where he's straight on the door. Okay. There we go. So like these, so that they show up in the photos, just pull them out. Just pull them away so that you can see all the things. I'm trying to get him situated on the door where I want him to stay. And it allows me to fluff the bottom half of the bows. And he's up, right? So we have all these little wispy things. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm looking. I'm going to pull some of these down so they cascade past that loop. I was like, there's a disconnect here. I was like, they don't go like this does. Same thing. Just pull them so that they connect with their fellow siblings. Just like so. Just like that. Okay. Let me look. I love a wreath that has something new every time you look at it. All the little additions give it that quality. Absolutely, Cheryl. Juanita says, lovely. Georgiana says, that is so beautiful. Pam says, beautiful. It's just going to be a beast to ship. I'm like, that is a very full wreath. Because I'm like, that's a 36-inch door. And this is cascading out and around. But the nice thing is in the wind, you'll have movement in through here. Let's give Mr. Bunny's bow here a nice little fluff. Just like that. Okay. Well, that's all I have to show you for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And I will talk to you guys all next week. I know it's only Wednesday, but I'll still be posting stuff throughout. Like I said, this will be posted in about an hour. I just got to calculate all my materials, figure out how big it is, and then go from there. So do you guys have any other questions? No? Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me. This will be available for replay the minute it finishes. I think on YouTube there's a slight delay while it gets everything sorted before it goes into replay. So if you wanted to watch this again right afterwards, just hop on over to my Facebook page. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining me.